Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Leo. So Leo, what's cooking for you? Does Leo need to know? This one here wanted to come out first. Okay, I see a home. I see a reason to celebrate. We got the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's a new cycle. Beautiful. So I see some good luck and timing. Just at the right time. Beautiful. Yeah. Leo, what is it you need to know? It's this one here that wants to come out. There it is. So somebody has walked away from a situation, maybe moving on, moving out. But it's everything happening at the right time. So this is a whole new cycle. So it's somebody looking for something new. That's what's going on. Yeah, we got someone who's back and forth. Should I or shouldn't I? But I feel someone hasn't quite made up their mind. A little inner struggle. See, this is about things going in someone's favor and the timing. So I see good luck and timing. It could be because someone had just walked away from somebody and ended a cycle. So there's this should I or shouldn't I, but the inner struggle. So someone hasn't quite made up their mind yet. And it could be someone who had something on and off with someone and deciding to walk away. Yeah, I do see someone hasn't made up their mind. There's some indecision. This is someone who could be comparing someone to someone else because they ended it and walked away. But it's about seeking new. It's where somebody's going. Yeah, as far as this person is concerned, whatever they ended, I feel is pretty much over. But like I say, it's almost like with the Wheel of Fortune, we have this person who doesn't see something coming too. So it's comparing, someone comparing someone to someone else. But there's definitely somebody who isn't seeing something, and they're going to take off the rose-colored glasses to see, because it's an energy of someone who needs to make up their mind. That's for some reason they're unable to make a decision. And I think it is comparing someone to someone else. We have a person who's walked away or moved out. But I'm going to tell you, if this person takes off the blindfold to see, there's nothing that compares. The Queen of Cups is caring, nurturing, kind, compassionate. Somebody who's loving and caring, a nurturing person. But you can see here we have someone who, it has to do with a home. Someone's financial foundation or a home. Yeah. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Who is this person? It's often just a person in that energy. Yeah, it's an energy of someone who bends over backwards to please somebody. They cooperate, they compromise. Somebody who, it's someone taking care of a house and a home. I think this is somebody here. And here's the thing. I see what's happening. Oh my gosh. It's interesting though, so bear with me. So this is somebody who's ended something that may have been on and off, or they just ended it because they're ready for a new cycle. Someone's walked away. It wasn't mostly fulfilling. So I think this is somebody here who's been bending over backwards to please someone, taking care of a house and a home. So either they walked away or someone walked away from them. It was on and off. Because it's an energy of cooperating and compromise and compatibility. See, someone feels there's just something not right. There's a lack of compatibility. Now, what's interesting, because now we have another energy where someone's comparing another Queen of Cups energy. See, comparing one with the other. But they're not seeing something. Or they're unable to make a decision because they need to take off the blindfold and see. And it has to do with why somebody's walked away. Because you're always bending over backwards to please, like serving somebody, right? Pleasing them. This is somebody now pleasing. So that it's sort of like the tables are turning in a way, because this is somebody who pleases themselves. Yeah. They're not pleasing this person. So it's one comparing one to the other. So, yeah. It is about compatibility, cooperation, compromise. It's where two people should be building each other up. But like I say, this is someone who feels that they're bending over backwards to please somebody, but they're not, you know. And I do see some overindulging a little bit here. Someone filling the void. Yeah, because they're not happy. They're walking away. But it's what they're seeking. Yeah. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Yeah, so someone feeling overwhelmed, everything happening too fast. They don't see something coming. So this is somebody who doesn't see it coming, but it is a different person. There's no comparison here. They're just not seeing it yet because they don't see it coming. See too much of a good thing, things coming in very quickly. Yeah, so someone getting a little overwhelmed. They don't know what to say. So they're a little apprehensive, feeling suddenly shy, but they can't make a decision because they had probably just walked away from a situation. But what this person also needs to see is the other person that they've walked away from was bending over backwards to please them. The other person is not. The other person will do, I feel they're willing to cooperate and compromise, but they're not a people pleaser. So there is no comparison, but you can see opportunity coming in quickly where they don't see it coming. So they're on it, and they don't see this coming, this walking away, someone else walking away from them. I mean, they may have been the person to walk away. It's possible. It is the Page of Cups, but this is apprehensive, someone who doesn't know what to say. Yeah, there's no comparison, but yeah, it has to do with someone who's maybe been robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah. This is someone focused a lot on their money, too. They're very busy, someone who gets overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. But it does look like it's someone who walked away or someone walked away from them. And if it is, it's because they spend all their time working. All work, no play. Not cooperating or compromising. So there's a few things happening. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Why is this here? Why are they unable to make a decision? Or what is it they're not seeing? Yeah, they're going to have an aha moment, epiphany. See, it has to do with the truth. And it is why the other person walked away. They got tired. It's somebody cleaning house, taking care of house. It's a maid. Basically, someone who treats someone like a maid. And they want the other person to please them. It's somebody who's been sacrificing. But now this person's kind of like overindulging. They're not happy. See, it's an energy of not getting, this is someone not feeling fulfilled. But it could go the other way, so you can flip the energy. But yeah, it's overwhelming. Someone who doesn't know what to say. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of stress and anxiety, a lot of regret, often based on unfounded fear. And it could be because somebody walked away. But like I say, it's hard to say why this person did. And we know the Queen of Cups often sacrifices. The other person is somebody who expects cooperation and compromise. They will not sacrifice. And that's the difference comparing one to the other. Somebody here is looking for a partner. And if you have a choice yourself, one person here is looking for a partner where the other person is looking for someone to take care of their house and the home, and they're going to have to sacrifice and please the other person. So there's basically somebody who's not very flexible. They kind of want things their way more than likely. Yeah, they're going to see it, but it's the person coming in who has to see it. And they're going to have that aha moment. See, it's about truth. Seeing the truth. Why? Now somebody has stress, anxiety, and they have some kind of regret. But I feel as far as moving towards the new, seeking new, there's this unfounded fear because it comes in suddenly out of the blue. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. This is a person focused a lot on their finances. Yeah, this is somebody who rushed into a situation without thinking. So this is somebody who got into a situation. This is a person who provided. They provided for this person. This person was sacrificing, pleasing, caring, nurturing, taking care of a home. The other person was focused on the money, so they were providing. They were providing for this person. So I don't know why they walked. If it's this masculine walking away, because things weren't going in their favor at that time. So I don't know if you connected with this person and they were going through it, but one doesn't compare to the other. So there's been some procrastinating for sure. Somebody works a lot, always juggling. But it's a person thinking this through. See, rushing in. They've rushed into something. They rushed into this and they regretted it. So it looks like it's someone who rushed into a situation, moved in together, whatever, and then they regretted it. Yeah, but I can see the Ace of Swords. Yeah, see, it ended painfully. So something come to an end painfully. This is someone who rushed in and backed out. Or they rushed into this without thinking. So, yeah, and I do think and it's an energy of, I think, comparing someone to someone else. If you reached out to this person, they were under a lot of stress, anxiety. I definitely feel there's some regret, but a lot of it's unfounded fear, and something ended very painfully. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion, illusion, things that are unknown. This person was feeling very confused, unable to see. Now they're seeing, and it is why. So this is a person, if they come towards you, what I see is somebody who's not the same as the other person, somebody who doesn't bend over backwards to please somebody. They cooperate and compromise, but they're not a people pleaser. Okay? So now we have this. See, they're not seeing it yet. They're going to. But the interesting thing is they are somebody who wants a partner. If you have a choice between two, somebody here wants a partner. The other person's looking for someone to take care of their home, to nurture them and care for them while they're off making their money. So now we have the two. See, there's this choice between two. Someone may have made a choice and they regretted it, and probably very quickly, because they rushed into it. And I do think this person was a people pleaser, doing everything they can to please and sacrificing at times. But this person was providing. They were providing for them. Yeah, and it has to do with two, making a choice. Yeah, see, there it is. We have somebody here kind of been waiting. But this is someone who kind of feels the ship has sailed. It's too late. But this is also someone who doesn't like being the third wheel. See, they don't really like being single is what the vibe I get. I mean, they're used to kind of getting their way. Because it's someone who just keeps doing whatever it is they want. They're used to getting their way. But the interesting thing is it's all about the timing. See, it's all about someone who can't believe their good luck. Right? Somebody's coming in, but they feel overwhelmed because I feel they've walked away. Now we have somebody waiting. So why is this waiting here? Yeah, there's a lot of, the chickens are clucking, a lot of talk and gossip. Yeah, someone here is single. There's people. See, there's people around talking, gossiping. There's a little excitement here. But it has to do with someone who's single. See, the Queen of Pentacles. It's somebody who actually wants a partner. They don't really expect somebody to sacrifice and please. But if you have a choice between two and you're the feminine, one of them does want someone who is that pleaser to please them. The other person does as they please. But they will cooperate and compromise. So there is nothing that compares. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. Someone who's independent. They take care of themselves. But it's a partner. See, this is someone, and like I say, they're the third wheel. They don't like someone who's always that third wheel. Yeah. See, they don't really like being alone. They want to have a partner. So interesting energy. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. This is someone going to take decisive action. Yeah, see, it has to do with someone wearing their heart on their sleeve. This is someone who's stable, grounded. They have a lot of skills. They're very capable, very handy. But it's about making a move, taking decisive action. Ace of Cups. So this is somebody going to offer someone this cup. But I do feel someone feels like it's probably too late. Someone may no longer be single. So I feel like you've either crossed paths with this person or This is everything that was happening. But it is I mean, this is someone going to wear their heart on their sleeve here. Yeah. There's a lot of, I think there's regret here. And that's not about walking away. It's about being overwhelmed and not knowing what to say, not communicating much. They didn't have much to say. They don't know what to say. And I mean, it could be something kind of embarrassing because someone had just walked away from them. So this is someone who often chooses not to say too much. To me, it looks like there is a little embarrassment here. Yeah, but I do think the other person is someone who I'm not going to say anything bad about them, but there was definitely something there. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Yeah, see, it's where it starts. See, it's how something started. Ace of Swords, aha, truth. Generally a pretty happy vibrational person, but it's how something started. So they start pleasing this person, seeing that things are going in your favor, so they keep doing it. Tell me what else we need. It's all going to be exposed regardless. Yeah, see, it's all about communication. Seven of Pentacles. See, it's someone showing interest. See, they're showing interest. But there's this moment of enlightenment. I think this person rushed in without thinking. They're in a hurry. And I do feel, like I say, it depends on your person, but someone here is looking for someone to take care of a house and a home. The other person wants a partner. King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, the Feast of Plenty. There it is. Ace of Pentacles, the Feast of Plenty. Yeah, it comes with the Eight of Pentacles, working, building, two people working together, building. See, a partnership. I do think that there wasn't I'm going to be honest. I do think it's the feminine who walked away. I mean, it looks like it is. But again, like I say, this is someone comparing one to the other. There's no comparison. So I don't know. They were providing for this person. They're working. They were providing. They had a lot on their plate. They're busy and often feeling overwhelmed. I feel like they were trying to cooperate and compromise. I don't know, but there's something that happened. I can't quite put my finger on it. Tell me about that Three of Pentacles. I mean, because what I'm feeling is this is someone enjoying the fruits of someone else's labor. Yet they are, I think it's just a person, I mean, it could be someone who's pleasing themselves. It may start that way, but there is this energy of no comparison. So it has to do with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. And there is regret for not saying anything, but yet there was all this stress and anxiety, all unfounded fear. Yeah, and I do think now that I look at this, I do see this is somebody here who's enjoying the fruits of someone else's labor. But yeah, they're taking care of a house and home. There is cooperation. But I don't know why this person walked away. I think they walked away from them. Something to do with the communication. Yeah, we got the Empress here too. See, that we have an Empress. This is somebody here. They know a good thing when they're seeing it too. Tell me about this Six of... Yeah, so there was something going on. Mind games, manipulating, being a people pleaser, mixed messages and signals. So there was defeat. There was some sort of trust issues. This is somebody who rushed in and then immediately regretted it. And then and I do see the walking away. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling. But I still feel like this person is the one that walked away. And I mean, it could be the other person. But, yeah. Yeah, so someone playing games. See, there's something sneaky going on. There was something going on. Who's the person? Yeah, so two people come apart because someone was being sneaky. They were up to something. This person, and like I say... It's like they can't put their finger on it, and it's how I'm feeling. I can't quite put my finger on what this person was up to. They are enjoying the fruits of the other person's labor, but they are taking care of a home, and it's possible this person wasn't seeing that, so they could have some regret if they walked away. But it has to do with the communication with the Seven of Pentacles. See, two people going their separate ways, but it's like they came together. It's how two people came together. Mind games, manipulation. Somebody was being sneaky. It is coming out. I feel it's something it already has, because the cycle ended. Someone didn't get their way. Yeah, it's when this person feels something was off. Something didn't feel right. It was off. But they're now seeing things in a whole different light. This is someone who rushed into something. I don't know. I feel like they're just lack of chemistry. Could be anything. But yeah, this is somebody feeling someone's being sneaky and they're up to something. And they are supporting this person. I feel providing for them. So it's what two people were providing for each other. So who's the sneaky energy? Because I feel like there's another energy here. Yeah, somebody holding on to someone for money. Yeah, so then they're getting into protecting their money because they feel like they're up to something. Yeah, then the tower come down. And then it came to an end. So it ended because this is someone who felt something wasn't right. And I think it's like they knew it but ignored it. So obviously they weren't paying attention to the signs and the signals. I don't think this person's a bad person under there. But it is about protection, a house and a home. But I do think this is someone who is probably connecting with this person because there was stability. Yeah, but I do think they were cooperating and compromising. I think the other person wasn't, though. I have to be honest. I don't think they were. I really feel, I feel like the masculine was the one someone walked away. It happened quickly, the tower come down, and then we have this communication coming in suddenly. See, it's the start of something new. But this is definitely a person who wants a partner. It's about not having to provide for someone, because when somebody has to provide for someone, see, they have some trust issues. Yeah, this is something that changed this person forever. Yeah, so I don't know who did what, but I feel the sneaky energy is when all isn't really what it seems. It often is, but it is a sneaky where someone feels something's just off. But this is someone who's moved on. I feel there's been a lot of change. It's changed this person forever, too. Now, from the feminine perspective, this is where I feel some of you. See, the energy of been there, done that. You're not going to be a maid. Because the Empress often has goals. The Empress is somebody who's achieved. But they are definitely, and I feel like you're different than their usual type, too, which is interesting. Yeah, sometimes when you pick someone who's different than usual type, even though your type has been wrong for you all along, and you finally choose a different person, and then there's all that unfounded fear, and that's what I feel like's happening. But it has to do with some sort of change for the better. It's definitely an energy of someone moving on. There's been a lot of growth. So I do feel that somebody's actually taking off the blindfold to see. Because see, they're comparing one to the other. There's nothing that compares. But it's how it started. It's how something started. It's like the same or something. Yeah, interesting. But they're coming in with a cup. Yeah, someone has moved out, relocated, waiting for things to calm down till somebody moved out or moved on. Some time in between. Now we've got this person with their feet planted on the ground, wearing their heart on their sleeve, or just offering up an opportunity, invitation. Yeah, I see friends, family, some kind of good news. People getting together, someone traveling, visiting. See, something's bringing two people together here. Some kind of get together. Yeah. The Empress is always open to talk. But you can see there's talk and gossip going on. So I feel some of you already know. If you are the feminine, you know about this. If you don't, you're going to know very soon. Because it has to do with why. Because someone is being enlightened too, finding out why. See, it ended painfully. This is someone where the straw that broke the camel's back. So obviously this person did something. Something that was sneaky going on. Whether they were doing it or somebody in their family or somebody was up to something. But there was a lot of confusion, things that were unknown. So this person's in, they couldn't make a decision. See, they couldn't make a decision for the life of them because there was all this tower moment, this confusion. But there's the Feast of Plenty, so there's something that's definitely been learned because there's all this talk and gossip now that someone's single. See, all these people are talking. Someone finding out someone is single. Or you're just coming together. But this is someone who feels the ship has sailed, but they don't like being single. This is someone who doesn't like being the third wheel. See, it's about going out, socializing, everyone's together. Yeah. This is what somebody wants. This is somebody who wants what other people have, a partnership, where two people are a partner. I mean, this could be a relationship that ended because somebody got stressed easy. Sometimes people make wonderful partners just by staying home, taking care of everything, because they don't handle the stress and anxiety well. And you can look at it that way, because I do see the tables turning. But this is the Feast of Plenty. It's the Empress. This is someone who wasn't seeing it. Now they're seeing it. Things have calmed down. There's been time in between. So tell me about this person. It's so interesting with the page coming out as a page and then the King of Pentacles. See, it's the King and Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who wants what other people have. This is somebody who I feel's kind of, I don't see a timeout, but I do see this growth and this change. See, this is where things change very quickly, sudden change. I can't put my finger on what it is, because they did rush into it and then regretted it right away. They rushed into something because there was somebody, I don't know if it was their friends or family, something sneaky was going on. Somebody doing something sketchy. So a lot of stress and anxiety. And then the Empress. So yeah, this is someone releasing things that no longer serve. This is someone willingly letting, there's some people being let go. But it has to do with someone who knows their worth and value. See, it has to do with respect, self-respect, and worth. But it has to do with a feeling of hope. I think it's somebody who wants another chance. Somebody wants another opportunity. Now, I wonder if this is two people who had something on and off and someone gave someone another opportunity and it didn't work out and they finally, the straw that broke the camel's back, moving on. Whatever it is, whether it was the masculine or the feminine. But yeah, I feel like there was something sketchy going on. Yeah, this is someone releasing it. It is what it is. They've moved on. See, it's often the feminine. See, now the tables are turned. So now what we have is someone who's, I do see, it is what it is. This is someone finding out a truth. It is what it is. Whatever. And this person's seeing that too. It wasn't meant to be. And now we have the High Priest as someone trusting their inner knowing. So here, if they would have known then what they knew now, none of this would have happened. So it does look like there was someone who rushed into a situation with somebody and they immediately regretted it. Like very quickly they regretted it. I do think this person it wasn't them. It was the people around them or their family or something. But they were releasing them willingly. So, but yeah, if this person would have known then what they know now. And I do think some of you know. Okay, the feminine, you already know the answers you're seeking. I feel like somebody may have told you, but like I say, it is what it is. Something here wasn't meant to be, and it has to do with why this person walked away. But they're feeling like there's hope. Yeah, we got someone soul searching, looking for clues and answers. And they're shining a light on that too. See, it's all about this path. See, leaving the past in the past, moving on. It is what it is. So it's something that didn't last a long time. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, we got King of Cups. See, it's comparing one to the other. So it starts the same. It started out the same. Where a message coming in very quickly, somebody talking, maybe being a little flirty. There's this hurry up energy. And I think this person regrets something, definitely rushing into something with someone. And it's definitely a person who doesn't like to be single. I get their vibe. They really don't like being single. They like to be. This is the love of home. See, there's two, it's telling me two Queen of Cups, basically. One isn't like the other. One of them isn't a pushover for starters. They're not a people pleaser. They will cooperate and compromise. See, the other one's a little bit stubborn, maybe set in their ways, wanted things their way. See, all wasn't what it seems. They rushed into it and it didn't turn out well. So, my gosh, confusing. But this is energies and how things play out. It's not always clear. It takes time for things to clear up. This is someone who kept this all to themselves too. But it's about connecting. See, coming apart from someone and two people coming together. This person wants another chance. And I do think they do have that kind, compassionate, caring energy. Like the hens are clucking. There's a lot of talk. See, I feel like people are talking. So some of you, there's been gossip like you've heard. So now I feel some of you are just kind of doing your own thing here. See, someone who's single. I see it's cornucopia. It's a feast of plenty. But there is going to be an offer, an invitation. This person can cook. They can clean. They like a comfortable home. See, I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who was doing a lot of things. I did see it before, but I didn't. I just picked up the vibe. Where the other person's enjoying the fruits of the other person's labor, maybe holding on to all their money, making the other person maybe even pay for everything. I don't know. But this is somebody who definitely, there was a lot of overwhelming energy. I see this is someone who rushed into it and regretted it because the other person was more interested in, I think, for their money. But like I say, it could be somebody who's holding on to their money. But it's an energy of someone who at first was pleasing this person, bending over backwards to please them, and then they became stubborn and set in their ways. So I think this is somebody who is working, paying for everything, supporting, and still coming home, cooking and cleaning, because the other person, like I say, it's like it wasn't what it seemed. This is somebody, this didn't turn out as it was as expected. It's not what they were expecting. So interesting, but it is an energy of a partnership, but it's comparing one Queen of Cups to the other, because the Queen of Cups comes with the Empress as well. Kind, caring, nurturing, somebody who cooperates and compromise, but it's a person who again, doesn't give in with someone unless they do too. So this is, I feel like, look there's the cup. You're about to get this cup and offer an invitation. And I do feel, there may be some lessons learned and there could be some things that are still unknown, but you can see someone wants another chance. So I do think it's somebody who they may have given somebody another chance and then it still ended in a disaster with that tower. But I wouldn't be surprised this is somebody who chose somebody else. And now they're coming in to offer you this cup. So, and I do see an explanation, and you can see it. Somebody who's overwhelmed. See, it's all, to me, it looks like it's a little maybe too good to be true. But if they would have known then what they know now, things would have played out completely different. See, this didn't turn out as expected. And I do think this is someone who, I think there was a lack of chemistry. Like they literally could have been just not the right person for them. Like things felt off. And I do think it's someone who probably didn't pay attention to the signs, but it really is somebody who likes to be in a relationship. So I'm hoping lessons have been learned there. They're definitely emotionally available. Yeah, as soon as I said it, lessons have been learned. It's time to change. It changed this person forever too. But it's about making necessary changes. Life schedules, habits, the way they conduct themselves. But it is about faith and loyalty. I think it's just two people who weren't on the same page. Because if somebody comes in and they're being a people pleaser, they're pleasing and bending over backwards, doing everything, and then they became stubborn and set in their ways where they wanted things their way. Now, it could be this person who was that way and they've learned some lessons, but like I say, just take it as it resonates. But this king, this is somebody, I mean, they're just full of love and emotion, offering the cup. It's overflowing. And I actually feel if this all happened at once, which I wouldn't be surprised, multiple opportunities coming in at once, I think somebody chose the wrong person, or they had just walked away from that person and kind of got overwhelmed, didn't know what to say, and maybe just couldn't make a decision and just didn't do anything. It looks like they're making a decision now. Taking off the blindfold to see. See, they didn't see something, they're now seeing. But I also feel that with the Empress energy too. I feel like it's saying, like, anybody who's just looking for a maid, or are they looking for a partner? Because I feel like some of you, it's about being a partner, someone who shares in all the responsibilities of the home. Yeah. Interesting. So there you go. Hierophant, being on the same page. Some sort of an agreement. Yeah, I do think there's people talking and gossiping, or they were. I mean, it could be this person finding out that you are still single, but what they're seeing is an Empress, the Feast of Plenty. That not just the Empress has it, I feel this person as well. I feel they're stable, King of Pentacles energy. Yeah, see, someone chose the wrong person, made a bad mistake. They just weren't on the same page. I feel they immediately regretted it too, because there was something sneaky and fishy going on with the friends or something. I don't know if they were gossiping or talking to people about holding on to them for money. Whatever it was, there was talk, and obviously it come out. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. Crazy. Wishing you guys all the best. Do look before you leap on these situations. Some kind of an agreement here, making sure you're on the same page. But there is a spark. There's desire here and attraction. See, this is somebody who... I hear another thing I'm seeing, someone who judges a book by its cover. See, they didn't, it has to do with some kind of rules that this person maybe has, where if somebody really attractive connects to them, see, it's almost like conditioning, where they're conditioned by society to believe if somebody attractive reaches out to them and wants to connect, they're up to something. So this person chose the person who was, I feel it's telling me, less attractive, but felt they had all those qualities, but it didn't turn out as expected. Oh my goodness. Judging a book by its cover. Yeah, I see a heartfelt message communication. Massive apology too. I really feel that. Yeah. This is somebody, yeah. See, they're manifesting. See, there was desire to manifest this. There was so much desire, but I do think they got overwhelmed. And they chose the wrong person. But this is someone who doesn't like being single. And it is about being indulged. See, they do like somebody to nurture and care. But this is somebody, and I feel the lessons they've learned is they have to do the same for the other person. So the set in the ways, stubborn energy could, I mean, to me it looks like there was a standoff between two people. This Queen of Cups wasn't budging or giving in. Somebody who, you know, rules the roost here, but there was that sketchy, sneaky energy I feel comes from other people around them, not the person themselves. Yeah, you see, they learned something. See, they cut this person out. And I feel that somebody wasn't very loyal, like they were talking or gossiping about them too, and they likely find out. Who knows, but like I say, there's your cup. Fresh new start, opportunity, another chance. Now, I know a lot of people, like, unless I'm the first choice, I'm not, whatever people call it, you know, second best. We all have to be understanding. People make mistakes when they're confused. This is a person who longs for love, a partner, someone to spend time with, someone to do stuff with. But they rushed into something and immediately regretted it. And it's certainly something that doesn't look like it. There was a commitment. I do think they were loyal. See, speaking truth, loyalty. But I think the other person wasn't loyal to them. So they're obviously, this is someone finding out truth with the Empress too. See, if they would have known, more. See, they've learned a lesson, right? They've learned something valuable, and it changed this person forever. They want to ask you out on a date. I do feel there's an opportunity or some kind of something coming up. Because it is manifesting still. They have everything they need to provide. See, they're willing to provide, but they also see what the other person provides. I think this is somebody who's always the provider. Lesson learned. Take care. Bye for now.